Hey, it's Andrew here from PhotoBizX. I have been talking about dominating your local area with Facebook ads in a recent webinar. So I'll link to that if you haven't already seen that. And one of the big questions that has come up over and over again since running that training is how to sequence your follow-up ads that are going to a retargeted audience. So to give you a quick recap, if you're running a bunch of videos as ads in your or on your Facebook page and you're creating ads from those videos, what we're going to do is create an audience based on the people who watch or engage with those videos, and we're going to retarget to them. So the initial videos are going out to a general audience. So for example, if you're a wedding photographer, those videos will be how-to and helpful videos for engaged couples looking to get married in your local area. If you're a portrait photographer, it could be advice and tips on what to wear, how you shoot, how to get the best photos, what activities to plan for a great photo session, depending on your style of photography. So you've put out these helpful, good, useful videos for your potential clients, which make you look like the expert in your area. That's the whole idea of these videos. The idea is to send that video or those series of videos out to as many people who are likely to be a good fit for your business, so your potential clients. And for the people that do engage and connect with that video, we want to retarget them with follow-up ads. They can be videos, they can be, it could be ad copy, it could be links to your websites or blog posts, whatever it may be, but we're going to have more of a sales edge to those retargeted videos. So this is how, what I'm going to teach you now is how to do that with a sequence of ads. So you can send those ads out in order. So you can, maybe share a testimonial, share some more good advice with a bit of a sales message, share another testimonial, link to a blog post, and maybe finish with a fantastic offer like a free engagement shoot or a free session at the local beach, maybe a mini shoot, depends on your business, okay? I just want to show you how to sequence these follow-up retargeted ads. So the first step is to go to Ads Manager. And once you're inside your Ads Manager, come up here and go to Audiences. So this is all based around audiences. And the audiences that you set up are going to, again, depend a little bit on, well, a lot on your business and how quickly you want to be retargeting. So you can see, let me just take you to the right area here. You can see that these audiences up the top here. I've got a 30-day audience, a 10-day audience, a 7-day audience, and a 3-day audience. So now this is for PhotoBizX or photographers, people that are interested in PhotoBizX. So for your business, if you're a wedding photographer and you're targeting engaged couples, you're probably going to be sequencing your ads closer than that. You might do 2 days after someone's seen your video, and then 4 days, then 6 days, and then 10 days or 7 days. Because you know that your clients are actively looking for a photographer at that stage. Now, if you're a portrait photographer, you might want to space that out more. So someone has seen your ads or your original ads, your video ads, they've engaged with them. So you definitely want to get in touch with them pretty quickly or retarget to them. So you're going to send them a follow-up ad in 2 or 3 days, and you can do another one a few days later, and then a few days later again. But you could extend your ad or your promotion out to 30 or even 60 days. I think 30 days is plenty. If someone hasn't booked you within 30 days after seeing your original helpful videos, then it's probably not the best time. But hopefully in that series of ads that you're retargeting them with, you've got opt-ins, lead generation boxes, lead magnets, places where they can opt in or subscribe to your email. So you've got other ways of connecting and staying in touch with that person. So the whole idea is to make a connection, then have that potential client make a stronger connection and bond with you and ultimately book you. So hopefully it happens during this ad cycle or sequence, but if not, particularly if you're a portrait photographer, you get them onto an email list and you can follow up from there. And certainly you can retarget down the line with future ads as well. If you're running a promotion in 6 months, let's say you're running a Christmas promotion or a school holiday promotion, you can certainly retarget that same audience again. There's no reason why you can't do that. So the first thing you need to do is have some video ads up and running or have had them up and running on your Facebook page. Once you're here in the audience area, we're going to go and click on create audience, and we're going to go to custom audience. And the way you create one of these audiences is the same way that you create all of them. So I'm going to show you how to do one or two, and you'll be fine from there. Now you're going to be presented with this box here. We're going to go down to engagement. So we're going to create a list of people who engage with your content on Facebook or Instagram. In here, you're going to be presented with some more options. We're going to go with video. So we're going to create a list of people who have spent time watching your videos on Facebook or Instagram. So this works for both Facebook and Instagram. So I'm going to give your content a name. What's first of all a type. So how long has the audience engaged with your videos? You know, which particular audience do you want to retarget to? Now, the videos that I've been talking about in dominating your local area are generally longer form videos. Now, when I started testing this, I was looking for people who had watched 75% or even 50% of my videos, but the audience was getting too narrow too quickly. So my advice is to go for 25% of your videos. So let's say it's a 4-minute video, that people that will now be retargeted will have seen at least 1 minute of the videos that you were sending out in those earlier ads. You can go shorter, but look, to me, if you've created a 4-minute video and someone's only watched 3 seconds on 10 seconds, I don't think that's a real big commitment. I can target those same engaged couples, for example, with a general ad without having to retarget them. They haven't shown a lot of interest in what I'm presenting them in those original videos. So I'm going to go for 25%, and that's what I suggest you do to start this. Now you need to choose your videos, and once you click on that, make sure you've got the right page selected. So I'm going to go to PhotoBiz Expose, which is where most of my videos have been updated or uploaded recently. And you can see here I've got all these different videos to choose from. These are recent videos that have been uploaded, and I can go to other pages. Okay, so I can also see how long these videos are. So let's say I want to pick this video here. I'm going to click that one there, and I can click multiple videos. So if you've already run a series of videos as ads, you can select multiple videos. But let me just select one for now. I click on confirm, and then I want to check that I've got the right number of days in this box here. So I'm going to go for 3 days. I'm going to enter a name in here. So again, you want to give this something that's easily recognizable and understandable, so when you can refer back and find the right target audience when you're creating your ads, because this is what you're going to have to refer to. This is how they're going to be identified. So 3 days, video views, 25%. Okay, and this would be engaged couples, let's say. Okay, it could be engaged women. It could be mothers of children. You could have a location-based. Sorry, you wouldn't have location-based. Take that back. You could have your target audience in there. It's not going to be location-based at this stage, because this is just people that have engaged with your video, and you should already have the location-based targeting done with your original ads. Okay, so that's got a name now. It's in the past 3 days, and I'm going to create that audience. Now Facebook's going to give me another option. Well, it usually does. It asks if I want to, when I go next, if I want to start creating an ad or expanding that audience already. I'm going to just close that down or click done. I don't need to do that. If I scroll to the top, you can see this is my new audience has been created here. So I can do the same thing and create one for 7 days. So create another audience, custom audience. I'm going to go to engagement, video, people who have watched 25%, 7 days, and I'm going to go back in and choose the same video, because that's going to be which one did I choose? It doesn't really matter for this example, but let's say that was the video. Enter a name. So it's going to be the same name, but with 7 days. Video views, 25%. Engaged couples. Oops. Create audience. Next. Done. Okay, so you can see these are coming in now. These will take a little while to populate. They're telling me that these audiences are below 1,000. You're going to see these as well. You need to have a minimum, I believe it's 20 people in your audience to build these retargeted audiences. So the way these work is you need to send traffic to your original video, and you would have done that if you created an ad from that video. Don't just purely rely on organic reach. So you've created an ad, you're getting people to see it, now you can create a retargeted audience. Now the beauty is, if you've only got one video when you start doing this, that's totally fine. Let's say you add a second and a third or even a fourth video, you can come back and edit these audiences. So click on the little box in here, go to actions, click on edit, and I can go back up in here to edit, and I can add additional videos. So I can add another 3 videos, go confirm. Everything else stays the same. I'm just going to update my audience. And now anyone that is engaged with 25% of any of those 4 videos will start to go into this audience. And I'd have to do the same now for the 7 days, for the 10 days, the 14 and the 30 days, however many audiences you create. So if you create more videos that you want to retarget to, you need to go in and update those audiences. So that's the first part. That's part 1. You now have your audiences ready to go. It might take a little while for them to populate, and they will keep populating as your ads run. So if the videos are going, either organically or as ads, and people watch them and they engage with them over time, this audience will keep populating, and you will keep serving ads if you have active ads going to that retargeted audience. Okay, so that's this part done. Now we need to go into the ads manager and create an ad. So let's go to our ads manager. Okay, once ads manager is open, we're going to click on create to create a new ad. So what we want to do with the campaign objective for these ads, because it's a retargeting ad, is optimize for reach. We want to make sure that everyone in our audience sees these retargeted ads. So you can give this a name. I'm not going to go into how to create the whole ad. I'm just going to show you how to sequence. But if you have any follow-up questions or you're unsure about something, let me know. You can email me. It's andrew@photobizx.com or send me a message. But I generally rename my campaign so I know what's going on. I can keep track of what's happening. Make sure you have your correct page selected. I normally name my ad sets as well, saying exactly who and what I'm targeting. So this would be a retargeted ad, for engaged couples that have watched my previous videos or something like that. So something detailed so I know what's happening here. So now we're going to come down to our audiences. I'm going to click in this box here and we're going to use custom audiences. And you should see in here your new audiences. So these are the ones I've just created. So we're going to click on 3 days. And really, there shouldn't be any need to update locations and age and all those sort of things, because we're only targeting, or the audiences are already based on people that have engaged with our original ads. And we should have done all this earlier when we did those original ads. But look, if you are worried about it, you can still put in your location and the area around where you live, your targeted age group, whether you want to target men or women. Realistically, you shouldn't need to do any of this, because anyone that's watched 25% of more of your videos that have gone into this audience, they should be a good prospective client. That was someone that was interested in your particular video and the content that you were sharing. So that's the first ad. So I won't go again further into this. You know how to set up your placements. You can set up your budget, and obviously you have to go down then and set up your ad as well. So again, this is where you have to decide your sequence of ads. So this would be ad number 1. Okay, and this is going to go to anyone that has seen 25% of your video in the last 3 days. All right, so let's assume that you've done that and that ad is now up and running. Okay, I'm going to come back up to ad set, and now I want you to picture that ad is up and running, and now we've come back into Ads Manager and we're creating a brand new ad, but this ad is going to go to people. This is going to be ad number 2 in the sequence that's going to people that have engaged with our videos at least 7 days ago, but not the people that engaged 3 days ago. All right, this should make it clearer. So we're going to come in here, custom audiences. We're going to show this to people that have viewed our ads in the last 7 days, and we're going to exclude anyone that is seen, that is in the 3-day ad. But we're going to exclude anyone that is in our 3-day retargeting audience. Okay, so let me try and make this clear. Someone's engaged with our original videos and they've watched 25% or more. So they've gone into our first audience. They were into the 3-day audience. They saw our first ad. This is ad number 2 now. So those people who saw the ad, the first ad in the first 3 days, have now been excluded, and they've been moved along the line and now they're moved into this 7-day audience. They're going to see ad number 2. And then everything else stays the same. You know, you can change the locations if you want to, in the age group and the gender. You can set your budget. Now, the budget, you can have this reasonably high. You can set this at, say, $5 a day, because it's unlikely that you'll get anywhere near that, because you're a photographer and you don't have it's unlikely you have a huge audience that you're retargeting to. So, you know, there's a good chance you're only showing these videos, these new ads. So, and I shouldn't have said videos, they may not be videos, but it's very likely you're only showing these new ads in sequence to 3, 4, or 5 people a day, which is totally fine. You know, maybe 20 or 30 people a day, but it's not going to be very expensive, and it's a very targeted audience. So you can set your budget higher than what you normally would. It's unlikely you'll get anywhere near that spend. Now, one of the things that I didn't mention earlier that we should touch on is your frequency cap, and you really don't want to be showing your ads more than twice. Now, a lot of experts will say once is enough. Twice is totally fine. I think that's totally fine for what we're doing. I don't think you're going to wear anyone out. They're not going to see your ads over and over again. This is saying the maximum time someone's going to see your video, or amount of times, is 2 in 7 days. And it's not even going to happen in 7 days. We can change this because it's going to be 4 days for us, because we've got our audience is set up so that they're only going to see this particular ad from day 4 to day 7. Okay, so twice in 4 days, totally fine. Don't worry about setting a bid cap or anything else. You don't need to change anything here. Just make sure your budget is set where you're happy and comfortable with. And like with all ads, just monitor your spend. You know, I'm saying leave it at $5 a day. I think that's going to be totally fine for you, but please just monitor that. I don't expect you'll go anywhere over that. I skipped over placements before, but if you've seen any of the sort of Facebook things that I do, I generally only show my ads in the feed, the Facebook feed. I turn everything else off. If I'm going to be creating ads for Instagram, and you certainly can, I would create a separate ad set so that you can clearly and easily monitor how successful your campaign is going, how much it's costing you for views, for impressions, for clicks, for those sort of things that are happening with your ads between Instagram and Facebook. In my experience, Facebook is a lot cheaper, but that could be changing. So monitor that, and the easiest way to do that is to have 2 separate ad sets for your retargeting, and really for any ads that you do. Now with your ads, I did say earlier too that for your retargeting campaigns, we're going to be optimizing for reach. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't choose different ad styles. You can go for clicks. You can send people to Messenger. You can send someone to a blog post. You can do all sorts of things. You can create your regular normal ads. You can create videos, just more helpful content, and talk about or share your call to action. Like click the link below to get my price list, or click the link below to chat on Messenger. So you can do all those sorts of things that you would normally do with your creative, with your ads, even though you've optimized for reach with this particular series of ads. Okay, so I'll do one more example for you. Let's come back up to ad set. Let's say our third video in the sequence. I don't have the other audience set up yet, but what I would have in here is add 10 days to this one once it's set up, and I'd put 7 days into here. Okay, so I'm going to show the third ad to people that saw my original videos 10 days ago, but anyone that saw it 7 days or less ago won't be seeing this particular ad. And then I can go on through the series. So I just keep, as long as I've got the audience caps set, so I can have my 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, 21 days, and 30 days, for example, then as long as this one here is the one you're targeting with that particular ad, and this one down here is the next one below, that'll work totally fine. And that's how you sequence your ads. All right, I hope this has been clear enough for you. If you have any questions, if you need me to go over anything again in more detail, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. I'll share this inside the members Facebook group. And you can obviously ask questions there, and I'll also make it available online, most likely on photobizx.com somewhere, and you can email or leave a comment below the video if you have a question there. All right, that's it from me. I hope this has been helpful. I'd love to hear about how you go with it, if you put it into action. And this is so powerful. I'd love to see you do it. It does take a little bit of work to set up, but this is, in my mind, the best way to be seen as the expert in your local area, and one of the best ways to get noticed, to get known in your area, and then to follow up with the retargeting and deliver a series of messages via ads to get bookings. And once this is set up, this can run on autopilot. This just runs. It runs for as long as you want it to run, and if you find that one particular ad isn't working, you swap that out. You can leave the audiences the same in the sequences. You just swap out the ads that aren't working. The ones that are performing, you might rejig things. You might move that further forward if you know that you're getting bookings off that particular ad. So it does take a little bit of tweaking and working out. But the first thing is to get up your original videos, then start your retargeting with your sales messages, and you can do that with 1 or 2 ads to start with. Don't focus on getting 5 or 10 to start with. Just get 1 or 2 up, and then slowly build on that. Like I said, I'd love to hear how you go with it. Any questions, let me know. All right, that's it from me. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.